Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well this morning. It is another Manic Monday. I will be doing some stories based on Manic Monday, but today is going to be a little different. I've got a big day tomorrow. I've got a lot to do today. You guys stay tuned. I'll be putting out something today, what's coming up tomorrow. And I just wanted to reach out because this caught my eye this morning, amongst other things that I'll share with you here in a little bit. But for now, let's go. Listen and discern for yourself.
Time is running out, an alarming message reverberating from a UN climate report released on Monday.
It shows that climate change is affecting every region on our planet. And lastly, it explains that strong, rapid, sustained reductions in carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions would be required to limit global warming.
The panel of scientists reiterating that only a fraction of the temperature rise recorded since the 19th century can have come from natural forces.
There is no denying that some of the impacts are irreversible on centuries, on timescales of centuries to come, and this is really important to know also that climate change is a fact. It's already happening. It's no matter what not going to go away. So adapting to climate change is something as a policymaker you will probably want to keep in mind.
Now, the 200-plus authors who hail from various governments and organizations reveal greenhouse gas levels in the atmosphere are high enough to guarantee climate disruption for decades, if not centuries. That's on top of the deadly heat waves, hurricanes, and other weather extremes that are happening now and are likely to become more severe. And that sense of urgency was echoed by none other than climate activist Greta Thunberg, who took to Twitter on Monday calling the crisis an emergency. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, for his part, describing the report as a code red for humanity, while urging an end to the use of coal and other highly polluting fossil fuels.
All right. So, discern for yourself. Listen to what they're saying. All right. I think this is proof that this morning we're seeing a wounded animal backed into a corner. I have one more for you. And of course, as always, the links to this one and the one I'm going to play next are in the description box. Be right back. 1 second.
For you is the most striking takeaway from this report? Is it the fact that humanity is truly responsible for climate change, or the fact that it's all happening much faster than anyone thought?
I don't think that the assertiveness of the report itself is making a lot of change. We've been listening to scientists all over the world for years now that review together in the IPCC research from climate scientists to prove that there is an increasing certitude of the cause of climate change, climate disruptions, I prefer to say, which is human activities. But that's not, to me, the most important and striking point in that report. What is key here is that the tendency is bring us beyond 1.5 degrees for sure by 2030, which was actually the goal agreed upon at the COP25 in Paris for the end of the century, which makes the emergency even closer to us. It means we need to act bolder. We need to mobilize even more financial capitals to shift from a very carbon-intensive economy to a low carbon trajectory, and that puts a lot on our shoulders.
Indeed, and that really is the key point. We've heard so much strong language over the years. I'm sure for many of our viewers, it just feels like another report among many that have come out. Do you think that this time it will be enough to get world leaders to act at the summit in Glasgow?
I'm not sure that reports make a difference. Reports bring stronger evidence, act as an increasingly less gentle reminder for action. But what we will make a strong difference is political leadership. And as you said, this report is put on the table slightly in advance, ahead of COP26 in Glasgow. This is a summit that is very much expected because it's where and when leaders from all across the world have to bring at the table their paper on how they will reduce their carbon emissions at a national scale. We've seen Europe making a lot of efforts to put a strong document on the table, the Fit for 55 program that was launched last month in Brussels. The US launched a very strong climate program, also in April, when the President Biden said he would be back in the Paris Agreement. We see this momentum gaining upon and ahead the COP26, but what we see is that it doesn't make a change because it doesn't embed and spill over to those emerging leaders and countries which make a very increasing contribution to greenhouse gas emissions. China, a factor by 3 of greenhouse gas emissions, and India a factor by 2. Those two countries have to contribute much bigger to COP26, and that might make a difference.
Thomas, thank you so much for coming in to speak to us. Thomas Friong, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What
Okay. So I hope everybody listens to that closely. That last statement he made was also powerful. They need money. So anyway, all right. Thank you guys for joining me. I will be out of pocket for a little bit, but I will be back here shortly. And I appreciate and love each and every one of you. God bless. Be blessed. Keep your eyes open. No fear. And I'll see you soon.